Hey guys, it's Buffaque here again. Hope you're all doing well as always. Today I was going to do a shooting video for you guys of probably my favorite firearm in my collection. This is the little Colt 1908 vest pocket in 25 caliber. Before I get into the shooting part of this video, guys, I wanted to let you know real quick. I've had a lot of you ask about, hey, whatever happened with your PSA 25, the little baby Browning clone, whatever happened with that. I apologize for not filling you guys in sooner, but it was just kind of on the back burner, really. Pretty low priority-wise in terms of the channel. Basically, guys, the short and sweet of it is I had to get rid of it. It just had too many problems. I don't really remember what all I told you about in the previous video. I don't know what specifics and details I gave you guys, but basically the shorthand version is I picked that gun up at a local gun shop here. It was used, very, very lightly used, but used, and I purchased it for a little less than $400, which I know a lot of you would think that's crazy to spend that much money on a small little firearm, but it's what I like, guys. That's kind of what I'm into, are the little small mouse guns, little pocket, small caliber mouse guns. So I purchased it for, let's just call it $400. Got it home and it didn't have a magazine. So I had to purchase a magazine from Numerich Guns Parts. Once the magazine got here, it still wouldn't cycle. It wouldn't feed. About every, if not every round, definitely every other round would jam. So I contacted the owner of the company, the owner of PSA, to say, hey, I've purchased this firearm. I'm having a lot of problems. What do you recommend? And this is kind of a good news, bad news. The good news is the owner of the company got back to me really quick and said, here's what I think is happening. The bad news is I was basically in a situation where unless you spend another $400 essentially, the gun you have is just not going to work. And this whole conversation, he didn't come right out and say it, but the whole conversation went back and forth for, I don't know, a couple of weeks. And finally, I thought, this is unacceptable. I spent $400 for a firearm. I'm not going to turn around and spend another $400 on the same firearm just to get it to work. That's ludicrous. At that point, you're talking about $800. Think of how many cool guns you could buy with $800. All right, I can think of at least 3 I could buy with $800, okay? So essentially, it got to the point where I wasn't willing to dump more money into it, and I had a friend who was interested in purchasing it for me, certainly not for $400, but interested in buying it for me for a fair price, given that it really wasn't in working condition, and we couldn't figure out why it wouldn't work. So I basically ended up selling it to him as kind of a paperweight, and even since then, he has turned around and also sold it. So I don't know where it is at this point, but I can tell you that I will never be purchasing another firearm from that company. I was basically told from the owner that, well, they're not built that way anymore. We used to build them that way, but we do things differently now, and for $800 to close to $1,000, you'll have a gun that looks flawless, shoots flawlessly, you know, just a perfect firearm. And I thought, are you crazy? $1,000, are you crazy? You know, I felt kind of bad spending the initial $400 on it. But I thought, well, if it works, this is a nice addition to the collection. So long story short, guys, I got burned. Sometimes that happens. It sucks when it does, but sometimes you get burned. So that's kind of the end of that story. Anyway, today's focus, like I said, is this nice little Colt 1908. I've had this in my family a long time. This particular gun is coming up on being 100 years old. I think in another year, it'll hit the 100-year mark. So family heirloom, neat piece to have in the collection. By far my favorite firearm I have in the collection. So just going to do a quick shooting video for you guys today, and I hope you enjoy it. Again, I am not video editing savvy. So with me, what you see is what you get. See if I can get you guys fixed up here. Give you a decent angle of what's going on. Get eyes and ears on. Give you another quick look at the Colt 1908. And 25 ACP. Cool little gun, very cool. All right. It's a 6+1 capacity. See how she does. These older Colts do have the European style heel release for the magazine. Pretty common for firearms this age. We'll get it loaded back up here, take a few more shots. This gun belonged to my great-grandfather. I know one comment he made about this gun was he was really impressed that a gun this small, I think the way he put it was, for a really small gun, it shoots straight. and I think what he meant by that was, even given the lack of sights, I mean, it does technically have sights, but I'll show you here, the firearm is empty. I'll give you a quick view of these sights. I don't know if I can even get it. Yeah, there we are. Okay, these sights are really, really basic. I can't even get it to focus on that front bead for you. At any rate, for a gun that has very minimal sights, it shoots really, really well. Again, that's 6+1 capacity. Let's go one-handed. Just got a couple rounds here. We'll load up about 5 more. I do carry this firearm regularly. I carry it in a hip pocket with a neat little leather pocket holster. I do give you another quick look at it. I do carry this gun chambered. All right, I'm not afraid to carry it with a round in the chamber. I know some people are for whatever reason a little bit leery to carry with one chambered, but I do carry it with round chambered, safety on, same as you would your standard 1911. Got 5 more shots. So, like I said, just a neat firearm. Neat one to have in the collection. If you come across one of these guys at a gun show, if you're into the small calibers like I am, I recommend pick one up, especially if it's in good condition. This one's in excellent condition. A lot of the bluing has since worn off, but that's just because it's been carried in a pocket for so many years. But if you find one in good condition, pick it up. I think you'll be satisfied with it. Really fun to shoot, easy to conceal, stick it in a pocket, whatever. Really neat, very well made firearm. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it, guys. We'll see you next time.